Hello, FPL family. Welcome to Cine Talks No, your FPL station. So I've rebranded now. So last season, those of you that were here with me, you would know I was called Cine Talks FPL. I would normally say welcome to Cine Talks FPL. It's your boy Cine. But from now on, rebranded. It is called now your FPL station, where you come to get relaxed, where you come to get that juicy news, juicy bits, and as much information as you can get to make yourself a better manager, but at the same time in a very, very relaxed environment. Just watch how I run the channel this time around, and I'm very sure you're gonna love it. So today we're just gonna talk about I'm just doing this video for freshers into FPL. Last season we got over 8 million plus people playing, FPL, and it's become a really big thing now. So I just thought I'll just make a quick video where I'll walk through the steps in which you take to register your team, build your squad, have basic knowledge about the point system, and also you be able to kind of like know the different chips that are actually available for FPL managers. So this is like a beginner's guide. So just stay tuned. It's a bit long, but it's very informative. So if you're new to FPL, this is for you. And if you're old, you could pick a thing or two, and you could also drop your comments, tell me what you like, tell me what you want me to talk about, and let's just do this. All right. To your FPL beginner's guide. If you feel like you'll make a great manager, if you've been invited by your workmates or friends to join a mini league and you do not know how to go about it, then I am your guy. This video is for you. So what I'm going to do is I'll walk you through 1. How to register your team. 2. How to select your team. 3. The rules of FPL. 4. The chips available. And 5. How to create and join a league. So stay with me till the end of the video to get all the juicy details. Thank you very much for watching. To register your team, you go on to the FPL website, which is fantasy.premierleague.com, and you can see I've got myself already signed up, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to take you through the sign up process, which is how you register your team. So what you do is just click on the sign up on the right side, then you fill in this online form. It's got 3 sections. It's got your personal details, your favorites, and your email preferences. So let's just fill this together. Let's say you called Joe and your last name is Promise. So you're Joe Promise. You go your email, you just fill in your password, obviously your gender. Let's say you're a female. You can also unspecify if you don't want to share that information. Date of birth, let's say for the sake of this video, we just say 4th March, let's say 2010. I'm not sure you'll be able to play. Say 2006. Then country or region of residence, say England. You form your password. Then you go down to next, click on next. It now takes you to where you've got your favorites. And your favorite, you just pick your favorite club. Let's say you are a Brighton fan, and it also asks you if you want to keep an eye on any of the clubs. If you like, you can just say, okay, well, just want to watch how Leeds are playing, for example. Then we go to next. Then the email preferences is where you say, okay, what communications you want to receive in your email. Let's say you want to get news directly from Brighton, you can now click on that, and you can get like information on what is happening in your club directly to your email address. So yeah, also it's giving you the option if you want to like get information about the Premier League and whatever is going on in the league itself. So you could always say you want to get general information, or you just want to get information about fantasy, and you can click on that. And also they've got their partners, Barclays, Nike, Oracle, and the rest. If you want to also get information from them, you also do that. If not, you can leave that. But what's most important is I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. And obviously, if you want to play the game, you have to live by the rules, and that's what the terms and conditions say. So you just have to click that to complete your registration. So clicking registration, saying you miss out and you're not interested, no thanks, leave me alone. Now, obviously, because I have already signed up with Nina Straws, it's not gonna let me, complete my registration except I use a new email address. But for your case, obviously you're starting this new and your email address will be okay. So you just click on complete registration and that will be it for you. So what's gonna happen next is you need to go check your email like straight away, because you have like an activation link that you have to click on, and you need to click on that link before, because it's only active for 21 days. So if you don't click it after 21 days, it gets deactivated. You have to start the whole process again, although it's not too difficult. Okay, so what we just do is just log in. After you've activated your email, you can now come in here, put in your email address, put in the password which you created while creating the registering, and just click on login. It takes it in here. I've already done this where I've selected my team, but initially, let me just see your good sticker everybody. Okay, so you're now taken to this page where you have to actually make your transfers, make your team pick, build your squad. So what you do here is you've got like £100 to build your squad, and the premium players, let's say like Salah, would be about 12.5. I think that's what he is at the moment. At this point, on the right here, you can actually see the prices of the players. If Fernandez is 12.0, Salah is 12.5, Son is 10, Mane is 12. So you can actually build your team from scratch. This is where your whole football management skills come to place, because you have to be able to build your team with the limited resources given, and also you have to be able to build your team to meet with the demands of the game weeks. So you don't just put in any players, you actually look to see the games that are being played and look to see the best players that will give you the maximum points. So now what I'll just do for this video now is just do the auto pick. You click on auto pick, it selects the team according to what they believe is all right for you. So you click on now auto pick, get your team in, then you can now just click on now. Obviously it's saying make transfers because I already built the team for this video, but initially when I made the recording, it didn't actually come out well, so I'm redoing it. So that's why I had to take out all the players and just redo this for you to see that you can possibly make these changes, these transfers. It's unlimited till game week 1 has been played. So till the deadline game week 1, you can make unlimited changes, but initially you would see a screen was empty, no team players, and you can either auto pick or build your team yourself. I think the best thing to do is build your team. Do not auto pick, because auto pick just selects whatever they feel is okay for you, and you have to leave with this. I wouldn't see anyone wanting to start with Lucas Moura when you have Son playing for Spurs, so you know that Son is going to give you one of the maximum points, so there's no point actually picking Lucas Moura. So yeah, so this is the team so far. This is what happens. You get your team, then you now have to choose your captain and your vice captain. So your vice captain is also very important, as important as your captain, because if your captain doesn't play, the points that would normally go to your captain will go to your vice captain, or that's on its own, that's automatic, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's it. And another point about selecting your team, you can only select a maximum of 3 players from a single team. So let's say for the purpose of this video, we have you support Brentford. You can only pick 3 Brentford players. No matter how much you support a team, you can't pick more than 3 players. like you can support Man City, but you can look on here, we've got only 3 Man City players, and that's the max you can actually get. When you've done this, you set your team up, you are now officially an FPL manager. It's all done now. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the rules of FPL. For example, I'm going to use the players on the pitch that we have here to actually break this down. Now, so you score points based on the real life performance of the players that you have on your team, on your fantasy team. So if Zinchenko does really well, you get points based on how he's performed in real life. So now the points go as follows. Like just a little summary of like the most important points you actually need, or you actually need to know, because if you want to know more about all the different points that are available, or the rules in regards to point system in the game, you could always read that up. But for purposes of this video, I'm just going to tell you what are the most important points that you really need to watch out for your team. And I'm going to start with, if your teammate, let's say Zinchenko, plays 60 minutes out of the 90 minutes, on the 60th minute, Pep decides to take him out. He scores only 1 point for playing 60 minutes. And that's just for the fact that he made an appearance and played 60 minutes, right? Then if he plays 65, 70 minutes, anything above 60 minutes, even if he's subbed at the 61st minute, he gets 2 points for playing. Then, if Hugo Lloris or even Laporte scores a goal as a goalkeeper or defender, they get 6 points. So if Laporte plays 90 minutes, right, and he scores a goal, so he's got 6 points plus 2 points for playing 90 minutes. So that's 8 points altogether. That's what Laporte would get in fantasy as fantasy points for playing 90 minutes and scoring a goal in real life. Then we've got for the midfielders. Let's say Lucas Moura scores a goal. He gets 5 points. Let's say, for example, the attacker, let's say Calvert-Lewin scores a goal. He gets 4 points for scoring a goal. And also, it's very important, assist. Let's say Bernardo Silva assists Laporte to score a goal. Bernardo Silva gets 3 points for his assist. And if Hugo Lloris saves a penalty from, let's say, Kevin De Bruyne against Man City, Kevin De Bruyne misses a penalty and Hugo Lloris saves a penalty, Hugo Lloris gets 5 points for saving a penalty, and De Bruyne gets -2 points for missing a penalty. So this brings me on to the other section of point lost. As much as you can gain points, you can also lose points. Like I said, De Bruyne misses a penalty, he gets a -2 points. And if, let's say, for example, Man City scores 2 goals against Spurs, for every 2 goals a goalkeeper concedes and a defender concedes, they get a -1. Then we've got yellow cards. So if, for example, Kanote picks up a yellow card, he gets a -1 for a yellow card, regardless of whatever points is racked in regards to if he's scored a goal or he's conceded or he's kept a clean sheet and all of that. Regardless of that, he gets a -1 for a card. If he gets a red card, he gets a straight -3. And let's say Chilwell scores an own goal against Crystal Palace, he gets a -2. Okay, so that's the most important points. And I forgot to add this point. For every clean sheet, they get 4 points. So if Zinchenko against Tottenham, if the game ends 1-0, Zinchenko and Laporte will get 4 points for the clean sheet. And a goalkeeper will also get 4 points for the clean sheet. And if they play a full 90 minutes, that would be 6 points for Zinchenko and 6 points for Laporte. So it would be good if you've got those two in your team. That'd be 12 points already. So 12 points in FPL points based on the fact that in real life, Man City won the game and did not concede a goal. And in real life, Zinchenko and Laporte played full 90 minutes. That would give you 6 points each. And that's 12 points for having 2 Man City players in your attack. And for the for the midfielders, they get 1 point for clean sheets. So that would mean that Bernardo, if he plays 90 minutes and he doesn't score a goal and doesn't assist, he already has at 1 point for clean sheet and 2 points for playing the whole full 90 minutes. So his total will be 3 points. But you would want to pick the midfielders that score goals or assist. That's why I say like this lineup, the midfield is not that, it's not dangerous. It might not give you a lot of attacking return. So I would say pick your team yourself. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about are the chips available, right? Chips are boosters available to FPL managers to use during the FPL season. Now, if you look down here, you see this is a chip, bench boost and triple captain, right? There are two other extra chips that are available after game week 1 because you can't use them before this game week. You can always use your bench boost or your triple captain in game week 1, but I would advise against using any of your chips now. Just you need to build momentum into the season, and these are strategies I would talk more about in my other videos. So stay tuned, and obviously, like I said, like, subscribe, and click on that bell notification bell so you can always be alerted of everything that I put up in this channel. All right, so now let's talk about the chips now. Apart from bench boost and triple captain, we have two. We have the wild card and free hit, bringing the chips up to 4. So there are 4 chips available for the whole season, for the 38 games that we have on here. So let's go on to talk about the wild card. It's not here, but let's talk about the wild card. So the wild card, right? This allows you to make unlimited number of transfers within your budget in a game week without incurring any points, hits, or deduction, right? Why the wildcard is not available is that from now till the deadline of game week 1, you can make unlimited transfers. So there is no need for the wildcard to be available for you because you would not need to use it because you can actually make unlimited transfers. Now, the wildcard, you've got your budget at, let's say the budget is 100, right? With your budget at 100, you could change your whole team with a wild card without getting any deductions. Quick note on the points hits. Remember I said that you can make these transfers unlimited with wild card without getting points hit or deduction, right? So after you've made your initial squad selection, let's say for the first game week, you're not allowed to make one free transfer for the next game week. So let's say you want to take up Bernardo. You want to take Bernardo out of your team to bring in, let's say, Mount in the next game week. You can freely take Bernardo out for just that one new player. So Bernardo exchange for Mount, and you get no deduction. But if for any reason you want to take out 2 players, you want to take out Zaha and Bernardo for Mount and whoever you want to bring in, you will get a point deduction because you're only allowed 1 free deduction. Also, what's also important is, let's say you don't make any transfers. You don't have any need to make a transfer in game week 2. In game week 3, that means you've rolled over the 1 free transfer you've got. In game week 3, you will have 2 free transfers. So then in game week 3, you can now make that 2 changes free of charge without getting any deducted points. Now, the deducted points go as follows. For 1 extra transfer, 1 extra apart from your free, you get a -4 points deducted. If it's 2, you get a -8. If it's 3, you get a -12. If it's 4, you get -16, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So just know it multiplies by 2. 3 times, it just goes 2. So now I'm back onto wildcard. You're only allowed 2 wildcards in your entire season, so you have to use them wisely. So yeah, two wildcards allowed, and the first wildcard can be used at any point until December 29th. So you have from game week 2 all the way down to game week 16 to use your wildcard. Then you can use the second one after game week 16. Let's go on to the next one we talk about here. The one that's over here, a lot of people like using this on the first game week, but I wouldn't be so sure. And a lot of people in this season are going to use this triple captain for Salah. Just watch what's going to happen. But let me break it down. Yeah, in FPL, your captain scores double points, right? So Calvert-Lewin, right, against Southampton, if he gets 10 points, that will be multiplied by 2, so if you get 20 points. For any reason, Calvert-Lewin doesn't play, right? If he doesn't play, he'll be substituted automatically with the first person on your bench, which will be Aspilicueta, right? So it's also very important you arrange your bench in the order in which you want them to be substituted. So Aspilicueta will come in for Calvert-Lewin, but he would not be the captain. The next captain will be your vice. So if Bamford now scores a 5-pointer, you get ×2 and you get a tenner for having Bamford on your team. You get 10 points or a tenner. So yeah, so triple captain, that's what double captain does. So now a triple captain, it's in the name. You get ×3 of what your captain would normally get. So if your captain gets a 10 points, you get 30 points because you've captained him, and that would be amazing, right? Triple captain gives you the opportunity for one game week in the entire FPL season to get triple points for your captain. You have only one chance, so use it wisely. Now, on to the next one, bench boost. Not every player is allowed to play in every given game week, as only, this is bench boost here, only 11 players are allowed as it is in real life. So you don't have 15 players because you have 15, you select 15 players for your team. But in real life, you don't have 15 players playing the game at once. That would be, I don't know what kind of sports that would be. But for football or soccer, depending on where you are in the globe, it's actually 11 players. So you have 11 players playing normally, and you get points based on how those 11 players perform, regardless of what your bench does. So if your bench, there get a lot of times where your bench gets, let's say this gets 5, this gets 10, you get like maybe 30 points on your bench. That will not be added to your team. That is why it's very important that you make sure the people you put on your bench, you do not expect them to score points, FPL points. So it's very important to invest more money in your first 11. For one game week in the season, right, the bench boost team would give you points for all your 15 players. So everyone, including those on the bench, all the points will be added together. That's what bench boost is about. Now on to free hits, right? So free hit is just like wildcard. So remember I said there are two chips that are not available at the start of the season till after game week 1, and that's the wildcard and the free hit. So there's a difference between them. So the free hit is just like the wildcard. Like I said, it allows you make unlimited number of transfers within your budget in one game week for the FPL season. However, the caveat here is that these changes last for only that game week, and once it's over, your old team returns like Batman. So this is especially useful for blank game weeks or double game weeks. Now, blank game weeks. What am I speaking? Now, blank, I can't say blank. Yeah, blank game weeks, right? So there are times during the season where the fixtures get really tight. Let's say towards the end of the mid of the season, where let's say you have a lot of teams that are in so many competitions. Let's say, for example, Man City is in the FA Cup, is in the Carling Cup, or it's not called Carling Cup again. So Man City is in that cup, in the FA Cup, and also in the Champions League, and all the matches are around the same time, and there's not enough rest period between those matches and the Premier League. What will happen is the Premier League game the Man City will have would be postponed, and when it's moved, that week will be a blank week for Man City and the team that Man City would have played. If you use a free hit, you can now select only the players that will play for that game week, and after you can just return back to your normal team that has a lot of Man City players and Man United players. Just 3. Remember, just 3 Man City players and 3 Man United players. That's the max. So yeah, that's the max. So that's it about free hit. And there's double game week where some teams play twice in a game week, so they could play on Wednesday and then Saturday, and all of that is one game week. It happens at least once in a season. Last season it happened over four or five times. Can't remember. Man City had a triple game week. That was crazy. So yeah, you are the boss. So you decide when you want to use your chips. So you decide when you want to use your bench boost, your triple captain wildcard, or free hitting. Thank you. Like I said again, I'm very appreciative for you staying up to this point and listening to me, pronounce words funny. But yeah, the next and the final point is how to create or join a league, and I can show you that here. So now to create and join a league, at the right side, you go down to where it says create and join leagues and cups. Click on that, and that takes you to this bit where it says join an existing league. At the start of this class, or this, what I call it, class, yeah, beginner's guide. At the start of this guide, when I started this guide, right, I told you that if you're one of them people that your friends or your workmates have invited you to join a league, this is how they do it, right? They create a league, then they give you a code for you to join a league. So this is where you now join a league. Then obviously you've got the public leagues, and you've got the one that's join invitational league. So where your workmates build a league and it invite you to join, and you click on that, then you have to put in that code, whatever the code is, and you join the league. Obviously that's just rubbish I put there. That's rubbish. So that's that part. Then the second part is where you create a new league. So you yourself create the league. So you click on create. So you've got two options. Classic scoring. This is the normal point scoring system that is in the normal league that you're playing in, right? Where it's just based on team performance. So this is the one that's normally used. So you just go on there, create league and cup, or you do the head to head. Like you said, in the head to head, you've got like head to head scoring. Every team plays a match against each other. But in the classic scoring, it's just like the Premier League where everyone is all together and everybody's scored in points based on how the team has performed all round. So it's not like you're really playing against each other, to be honest, but it's just a different scoring system. So you can, let's say this way, just create league, takes you here, you give the league a name. Yeah, I've done it before. I call them bowlers, and you're like to start scoring from game week 1. Click on that, blah blah blah. Tells you how it works. Create a league cup if you want to. If you don't want to, you can just create a league. I think I've done ballers already. So yeah, I've got 2 ballers. So yeah, so that's it. The league has been created, and you can now, obviously, let's just click on it. You can invite people to this league. Invite people to the league. You can just copy this and just paste it on your WhatsApp or whatever you want to do. You can share the league code by email, and you can see at the top here you've got your league code. You could just get this code here and just send it to your friends to join your league. So that's about how this just guiding how you can actually just start up. You've got your team here, you've got all the buttons here, you've got your pick team here, where if you've got your team all lined up, then you can actually just work with your team and say who you want to start. Let's say I don't want Bruno, can put in there, you can use whatever formation you want to use. You can have a 4-3-3, or you can have a 3. You can't have 2 defenders too, so you're gonna have like a 3-4-3 or 4-3-3 or 3-5-2, whatever formation you want to use. That you work it out here by yourself. Let's say I don't want to say take Zinchenko out, then I put in Madison, and it's not giving me a 3-4-3. You can take Bamford out and have take him out, and I can have Bernardo in. Then this is a 3-5-2, however you want to do it, but just remember to save your team. You've got your captain locked in, so that's your captain. You have to get your vice captain sorted. Let's say I make Lucas Moura my vice captain. So that's your team sorted. So when the game week 1 games are played, after all of them, as they're playing, you see that the totals, the points adding up, racking up in your team. You could always check and update it. You can always refresh the site, and you see them updated. So yeah, that's it. There's something I didn't talk about. There's a bonus point. So the bonus point depends on how your team performs. So let's say you've got like not really your team, how you play the players in your team. Let's say Jota is the best player in the team against Norwich. He scores 2 goals. He's outstanding. Not necessarily the man of the match, because sometimes you can get people that are the man of the match, but they're not the all-round best player in regards to points system. So let's say the Jota's got like 2 goals. Has got like obviously midfielder, so he's got 5 points for each goal. So he's got 10 points. He's played 90 minutes, so he's got like 2 points added. So he's got 12 points, and he's the best. He will get a bonus point of 3. So that'll be 3 plus 12, so 15 points. Let's say he's the second best, he gets 2 points. And if he's the third best, he gets 1 point. So you would see it on, when the games are going, you actually, if you click on it when the games are on, it tells you how the point system is going, how the bonus points are actually going in. By the end of the game, you see the points each player has racked, and you know who's gonna get either the 3 or the 2 or the 1 point. And that's also added bonus. It can actually make a difference, especially if your captain is the one that gets all the bonus points, gets the three points, and that it could be really amazing sometimes, but it could also be very frustrating sometimes too. So it's me again. So we're switching it up. I've done a whole lot this season, so just get ready. Now, to support me, subscribe, like my video, share it with your friends, and let's roll. All right, your FPL station.